Julia's Eyesight Adventure. Hi again, it's the 21st of September 2017. A while since I made my last video in which I was talking about really making more of a concerted attempt to change my prescription as opposed to just being easy and comfortable with my myopic vision. I am most of the time fairly easy and comfortable with it. This is the problem, so why should I bother to try really hard to get 20/20? Because 20/20 is a kind of ideal and abstract. People always say, oh, but have you got 20/20 vision? Well, I don't really care whether I do or don't have 20/20 vision. Some people say, oh, I have got 20/20 by working on my eyes, and so I thought I would try if I could do something like that. It remains to be seen if I really have the motivation. I think people who get back to 20/20 from any degree of myopia generally are either A, very obsessive, or B, not very myopic in the first place. So they've caught it early, it's like minus 0.75 or -1, and that is relatively easy to reverse. And then the obsessives, well, they just work at it day in, day out until they get a change. I'm afraid I'm not really obsessive enough. Though I have been doing various things. I had the eye patch. I'm afraid I don't know where that is anymore, but I do occasionally look at things with my worst eye, my left eye, and do the imagining it moving, imagining it clear, just relaxing and allowing the focus to come and go, as it always does, even if you are myopic. We went away on a camping trip a couple of weeks ago. Chris was driving, I was navigating. I had no trouble at all reading the road signs and reading the map in front of me. If I had gone to an optician and been prescribed varifocals, I think I would have had problems. When I was waiting in the opticians this morning, there was someone who had come back for some glasses, and she was saying, oh, I can't use varifocals. They give me motion sickness. And the dispensing optician said, yes, they do. They distort the vision at the sides. Some people can't get on with them. Then you need two pairs of glasses, one for the near vision and one for the distance. And I'm thinking, well, if it distorts your visual fields, can it really be that good for you to wear varifocals? And I also think that if I was in a car situation and switching rapidly between the road signs in the distance and the map in front of me, I would just find that really confusing using varifocals. And yet I can do it without glasses at all. So don't say just because you can't see 20/20, your vision's useless, because it's not. So anyway, I'll show you my chart of prescriptions, all the prescriptions that I have records of, which is not the complete records of the prescriptions, but it shows over a number of years what's been happening. Or rather, it shows what opticians have discovered, which is not to say that that's what's happening, because an eye test is a snapshot of a moment in time, and your vision varies. If you start looking at your vision and testing it regularly, you will notice that it varies during the course of the day. Maybe in the morning you wake up, it's all quite clear because you're relaxed and refreshed and you haven't started to strain your eyes yet. So here's a representation of my prescriptions from 1992 to 2017. The bright eye hasn't varied much between -2 and well, one of them says -4, but mostly it's around -2, -2.5. The left eye, however, has varied. It started at -4.75, -5, and the latest ones, -2.5 and -3. So that is a change, I would say. I thought maybe I could find an optician, a sort of high street optician, who would take more of an interest, but of course they don't. They don't know anything about Bates, and they don't really want you to take charge of your own eyesight. And I did ask whether they measure the eyeball length, because this is the acid test. If you can change your eyeball length, you can actually change your focus permanently. She said, no, you've got to go to a hospital for that. And because everything's under the NHS, I think it might be difficult to actually approach a hospital and say, can you measure my eyeball length? I don't know, maybe I will one day. What I have is, I have a prescription, I have an assurance that my field test is fine and my intraocular pressure is fine, and I have incipient cataract. My lenses are beginning to cloud a little, which is not unexpected, since I had noticed my vision was getting a bit misty lately, a bit sort of foggy. So we'll see what happens with that as well. If I do a bit more, if I can manage to set up a regular practice. So let's just see what my eye chart tells me at home. Right eye. CRBTFP. Everything's very blurry right now because I've been focusing on talking and my eyes are all messed up. Left eye. That is very blurry. I should say that's... oh, actually it's clearing. CRB. See, I know it's TFP, but I wouldn't be able to read it if I didn't know. So basically, a spot test shows very bad eyesight. What is the baseline of the things that I think I absolutely should do every day? Well, I think I should absolutely, when I go walking the dog, which is something I do every day, I should always use that as a chance to see the movement around me, to enlarge my vision, to exercise the periphery. I think I should also spend some time every day palming, even if it's 5 minutes. I think that would be a useful thing. And I should practice reading with each eye, but particularly with the left eye, because this is the one I want to make less short-sighted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use text or the computer screen, it doesn't matter what. I'm going to have it at a distance where it's clear enough to read. Inquiries ring Ray or Sheila 01424. Okay, so that's clear enough. And then I'm going to blink my eyes and let them be really soft and relaxed, and move this thing back, read it again. Is it still in the shot? Yeah. Move it, I'll move myself back. Move it back a bit more. Read it again. And ideally I want to find some text that is in a variety of sizes of print. What I really want to work with is very small print, what Dr. Bates called diamond type, because if you can read that easily, that really sharpens up your vision. You can't read diamond type unless your central fixation is really good. So what have we got? We've got be aware of the periphery while exercising the dog, palming 1 session every day, and then the stretching the distance that I can read the print. I think it would be good to do that 3 times a day, really. I'll aim for 3 and see how I go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to the camera in a week and tell you whether I achieved this or not. So until then, bye.